Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. And I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand. I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or it might be the sound of your hello, that music I hear. I get misty the moment you're near.
Welcome back to Black Art Matters. I'm Joy Jackson, and today we are joined by multidisciplinary artist, UTA Musical Theater and Dance alum, and Irma P. Hall recipient, Andre Williams. Andre, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, Andre, so just tell us about all the different hats you wear as a multidisciplinary artist. You do so much, so just kind of give us an overview of what you do.
Of course. So I'm a performer. I sing, I dance, I act. I do a little bit of lighting design very seldomly. It's been a minute, but I still do it. I choreograph as well, and I dabble in painting and sculpting when I have the time. What else do I do? Does being a caffeine addict, barista count as a thing? I do that as well.
That's artistic, it's art.
Yeah.
Definitely, so I love that. So tell me when and how you got started. Like, obviously, like, you're a natural artist, you have natural gifts, but like, when did that just really awaken and you just kind of took off?
Yeah. So as a kid, I have always sang. I sang in church. And then I got to middle school, and there was a dance team at the middle school I went to, OCBF, Fellowship Christian Academy. And so I would do stuff there. We would do Christmas shows. And so that was my first introduction to theater, but I didn't think much of it. I was just like, okay, the whole school is doing this, so I'm going to do it. But I enjoyed it a lot. And I think that was the first bug. And so when I got to high school, I was still dancing. We had a dance team there, but my teacher was like, have you heard of this community theater called Family Music Theater? It's right in Lancaster, and I lived in Lancaster at the time. So I went to audition for In the Heights, and I did it, and I've been doing it since then. That was in 2012, 2013. So ever since then, that's what I've been doing, and it's just stuck with me.
Wow.
Yeah. For one point, I wanted to be like just a singer or maybe an art teacher, and so that all shifted.
Yeah.
I guess kind of not.
Yeah.
Because I've done both.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why. And then my first professional show was at Firehouse Theater with you, actually.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Once on this island. Oh, so
do
yeah,
miss the
love
show.
it. So when you went to, when you did In the Heights, that was really your first time doing the acting and the singing and the dancing all at once. So it was probably like sensory overload.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. So did you have, would you say you had really supportive mentors that you found in that process, and even with family? Like, would you say you
Yes.
felt really supported?
Absolutely. Even I still have like lifelong friends still from that theater and from that show. And then my family has always, my mom and dad always say, they're not worried about what I'm going to do, because whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability, or I'm going to fight for whatever I want. So they've never been concerned, so they've always been supportive of what I chose to do. So I have always felt that, and from friends as well. So it's been nice to have that backing.
Yeah. So you are a UTA alum, musical theater and dance, and you founded the Black Theater Society. Where did that come from? Like, just take us down that journey.
Yes. Okay, so I had the, in 2024 now? We finally got things going in 2023 right before I left. And so in 2022, I had the, just like the idea of like, because we had already had like the Black students in the department from the design tech department, from the acting department, and from the MT and dance department. We all had this like community because we congregate. It just happens. It's not intentional, but it just happens that way. And so we had this community going, and we would like bring up certain issues or certain things that we wanted to see within our department that not only would help the department grow, but also that would uplift the students of color that we had already. And so I had the idea, I said, well, what if we made a student org? We would have more resources to things for the organization, and then we could have a bigger footprint in our department, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I brought it up to the dean that we had at the time, and then I brought it up to my friends as well. And so it fell through at first, and then we picked it back up right before I left because I had people who were interested in taking leadership positions. And so I am the original founder, but I am also the co-founder with Gabrielle Marlborough and Kiera Powers. So yeah, that's and it's they've taken it and ran with it. So right now I'm in a position of just helping them take control of what they, or like oversee what they're doing, so that we're making sure not only we're staying on the mission statement, but also just that we're making the right decisions.
Right. Yeah, it's so interesting, even coming from experience. When you study at a PWI, you have some departments, theater in particular, where there's only a few, and then they're BIPOC or Black students, and then some where they're like we're really there, and so you do naturally, just congregate, and it's like, let's just make it a thing, right? Let's just make it a thing. We're already taking up space. Let's just go all the way. And just by experience, it is just already amazing work for it to be so young. And so I'm definitely looking forward to continue to grow. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
So let's talk about just your path in, the last, I would say, you said 2012 is when you really just kind of got really into it. What has, your journey in DFW in particular look like? Highs, lows, what would you say, like a look into your world as a theater artist in Dallas, has looked like?
It has been enlightening in the sense of things of that I naturally know in my body, and things that I was like, oh, you have no idea what you're doing. And that's okay. That's okay, as long as you're willing to learn something new and to continue to grow. For me, singing has always been something that's been in my family. My grandfather is a singer. My dad is a singer, though he will not admit it. He's a musician, though. He'll play the drums. So it's always just been in my blood. And then the movement aspect, I really could not tell you where it came from. I just have always done it. So doing community theater shows, learning different styles of movement, and then going into college was where I had like an entire shift in what I knew and what I didn't. Because I knew only things so much from community theater, from learning from my peers, and just doing the show. But getting into like the nitty gritty of acting techniques, dancing techniques, singing techniques, stuff that I had, bad habits that I had built that I needed to break, was challenging. College was probably the most challenging thing that I have done, just mainly just by breaking habits that I had developed that I didn't know about. But overall, it's been really wonderful. I love the Dallas theater scene, love it a lot. And I'm very grateful for all the lessons that I've learned at the various places I've gotten the opportunity to perform.
Yeah. Well, the Dallas theater scene loves you. You are, watching you on stage, it doesn't matter what you're doing, singing, dancing. It's so funny that you say you don't know where the dancing comes from, because I'm like, where does it come from? Because you do things, even in class, even on stage. So, what if you could, I don't know, make sense of it, where do you think the dance comes from, or like what takes over you when you're moving? What do you feel like?
It feels correct. It feels like I should have always been doing this, and like I don't know why I didn't start doing it a lot earlier, like when I was a kid, or I guess maybe I did and I didn't realize I was doing it. But it has always felt right. I've always felt joyful when I dance, even through all the sweat and the soreness. Like it just feels like the right thing to do, and it feels sometimes. And I've been singing my whole life. It feels almost more expressive to me than singing sometimes. But they say that in theater too. It's like if you can't sing, you dance. That's what happens after that. So yeah, I don't know. Somebody in my family, well, you know, we got rhythm. We got rhythm. So that's a given. But somebody in there must dance. I couldn't tell you who. Because I think I have to give it to my dad. I think it has to come from my dad's. I don't think it came from my mom's side. Somebody over there. I don't know. I've just been doing it. It feels like the right thing to do.
Yeah, because there's rhythm, but then there's like being able to reach people, like communicate. And there's like, I don't know, it's like something, it's like transcending, like to not to be woo-woo, but that's what it feels like, you know, very spiritual, especially with like shows like Once on This Island. Like you really do have to come from something powerful to really tell that story, which goes into like the importance of casting shows like that. So who do you look up to in theater, like particularly Black men in theater? Like who is somebody, you know, in your research and your study, or you just growing up that had an impact on you?
Joshua Henry, Denzel Washington, Leslie Odom. Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. It's the guy who sings Some Enchanted Evening from South Pacific. I don't remember. I feel like the list is, I feel like it's even, especially nowadays, I feel like it's even larger, and I can see their faces, but I'm really bad with names. But those three for sure. Like Leslie Odom, Denzel was first. Before I started doing theater, I just always liked watching Denzel on screen. And then I found out later, I was like, oh, he started in theater. Of course he did. Of course he did. And then Joshua and Leslie, they came later. Like Joshua Henry, I'm like, your voice, can I take it? Can I borrow it? Maybe for just a little bit, maybe a couple hours. And then Leslie Odom. Same situation. I personally, I feel the same. There's just something about seeing Black men in theater play like non-traditional roles, or like roles that you typically wouldn't see them in historically in theater. And I feel like Burr from, you know, Leslie and Joshua, I mean, it's just like chef's kiss. So would that be like a dream role of yours? Absolutely.
I mean, I had that question later, but I'm like, I gotta I just see it. Where I'm just like, you give me Burr, up, down, all the way around. It's happening.
One day.
It's happening.
One day.
Burr. Okay, so let's talk about mental health. How do you take care of yourself, you know, as an artist, working artist, as a person? How do you take care of yourself and make sure you're good?
I love to spend time with myself. I have told many friends, especially in this industry, I was like, you need to learn to like being with yourself, because that's how I stay sane. Taking days for myself, taking time for myself, and treating myself when I've accomplished something toward what I'm trying to do. Even if that means I got up and went to the gym, enjoying a coffee after, like I earned my coffee. But also just remembering that, like, there is a job for you somewhere at some point. All you can do is continue to work on yourself. And because casting is so easy to get caught up in what the people think or what people want from you. And it's like, sometimes it really is just wrong place, wrong time, or right place, right time. Like, you what they're looking for. If you're not, then you're not, but you can't do anything about that. You know, all you can do is go and put your best foot forward when you're in the audition room. So for me, it's always constantly reminding myself of that. And it's like, send it and then step away. At that point, it's not up to you. You know, leave it and do your best. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I love that you had that reasoning with yourself, because a lot of it's very easy for artists to give casting in these theaters all of their power, and it's like you train, like you literally pay for training.
Yeah.
You're always researching and being better, and you give them just a taste and you go on about your business. It's not, that's not something that you need to, walk out and just lose your mind over. Like, of course you want the best, like you want the role, but I think it's really important for people to, have that, that reason with themselves,
Yeah.
and know that it's, it's what's for you is for you. So I love that. I love that. So, okay, we're going to go into a rapid round. So just right off the dome, whatever comes to your mind, okay? Favorite musical?
Favorite musical, Hair.
Favorite play?
Favorite play. Oh, that's hard. Favorite play? What is it? Metamorphosis? Metamorphosis.
Dream role aside from Aaron Burr?
Ooh, dream role, Donkey. Shrek.
Biggest dance inspiration?
Biggest dance inspiration, Alvin Ailey.
You could have share a meal with any black male figure, dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
Ooh. Favorite meal? No, yeah, favorite meal.
If just any meal.
Any meal. If I could have a meal with any black person, dead or alive. Wow. Nat King Cole.
And why?
Because I'm obsessed with him. I love jazz music, and he was the first male jazz artist that I started listening to. Love Nat King.
Word of advice that you would give to either your younger self or anyone who's pursuing theater, like they feel what you feel and they know they want to work for it. Any word of advice?
Word of advice I can give to my younger self, and to people who want to do theater. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace, and everything happens when it's supposed to happen.
Love it. On that note, thank you so much, Andre, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. We'll see you next time on Black Art Matters.